Hello everyone, welcome to Cheesy once again. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make a slipper. It's a simple slippers. It's a normal slippers. Most ladies wear these days, so it's really important. It's just a simple slippers anyway. I'm going to show you how to make it. So to make it, we'll be needing our last. I'm using size 38. You can make use of your size. You know your size. My size is size 38. My last. I'll also be needing my sew. This is already made sew, so we'll be needing it as well. Already made sew. We'll also be needing our Marco. It's a foreign Marco. You can use Nigerian made as well. We'll also be needing our leather or a material. Anyone. This is the material we'll be using. We'll also be needing our board. Can see it. You can also use carry board if you have, but this is not carry board, but it has the same thickness with carry board. You can use it. And we also be needing our pipe. This usually used for sandals or slippers, so anyone you think you can get. It has another color of it like black, so it's your choice. So that is all for all the materials we'll be needing for these slippers. So now we have to get the measurement of our slippers. You pick one of your last, you measure it. Sorry, my tape is no more good. You measure it. This is the way your slippers will go. It will go like this. Another one will come this way. So you pick it up. You measure it, or you put inside. You measure it. He gave me 7 inches. He gave me 7 inches. So I added extra 2 to allowance, 2 by this side and 2 by this side. That's to make it 11 inches. So 11 inches. This is my pattern. 11 inches by, actually this is more than half anyway. I think 0.6 inches. So my measurement is 11 by 0.6 inches. Is more than half. So that is it. So that is how I was able to get my pattern. I place it. I measure 11 by 0.6 in my board, then cut it out. So it will go like this, and another one will come like this. So you are cutting 4 of it on your leather, like 2 one leg, 2 for one leg. So I've already cut it out, and what you will just do, there is nothing big deal. You just, after creating your pattern, you can as well measure it directly on your leather if you want, but me, I love using pattern. After creating your pattern, you place it on your material, then trace it out. You can see you leave some folding allowance by the corner. Trace it out, then leave some folding allowance. That's how I was able to get mine. So after getting the allowance, I added my gum, then fold it in, fold it, and also fold it. So that is all for this. So what you will do now is to apply gum. We'll be folding it like this. So we apply gum on it, then allow it to dry. It has dried. You will now fold it this way. Let the two join together. So this is it. Then you mallet it with your mallet. So what you are going to do next, you're going to run stitches on it, put it on your machine, then sew it straight this way. So let me sew it, then I'll show you. So I'm done sewing it. You can see straight stitching. I'm done sewing it. So I've done the same thing too. I told you cut 4 of it. So this 4 of it. So now I'm through. This is the upper. I'm through with the upper now. We'll keep it aside. The next thing we will do cut out now is the insole. Okay, this is the outsole. The ready-made sole is the outsole. We are now going to cut out the insole. To do it, you pick your outsole, you place it on your board. Okay, you place it on your board, then you trace it out. So you trace it out. As you can see, I've traced mine. So let me cut it. You just cut it according to the way you trace it out. So this is the way you trace it out, and let your tracing be smooth, as you can see. Then you pick up your sew to make sure it fits in very well to your sew. So once it fits in very well, use it to cut the second leg. You know, it was like this when we are cutting it. It was like this. So if you want to cut the second leg, you flip it upside down. It was like this. You flip it upside down. Remember, it's left and right we are doing. So if you as it like this now, if you cut it like this, it will be the same leg. As it like this now, if you cut it like this, it will be the same leg. So what you do now, when as it's like this, you flip it upside down, then cut. Trace it on your board. So I've traced it now. So let me cut it. I'll get back to you. So as you can see, I'm done cutting it. This right and this left. This is it. So what you will do next is you place it on. You pick up your marco. Then you place one leg on it. Trace it out. Place the other one. Turn it, as in flip it upside down. Trace as well. So the essence of doing this is to note where to apply our gum. So we'll be applying our gum this way. So this inside here is where we'll be applying our gum. So I'm going to apply gum inside and also apply on this one and as well on this ones. Then once it dries, I will allow it to dry. Once it dries, we'll get back to you. After applying gum, I've applied gum on both board, as you can see. I also applied on this one. So after applying gum, you now stick it according to the way you draw it. Then this one as well. You can mallet it for it to stick very well. So I'm going to cut it now. So you cut it exactly the same size with the. So I'm done cutting it. You can see the way I cut it. You can see. So you have to cut it smooth. If you cut it smooth, there is no need of filing it. So this is so. Next thing now is to wrap it with our material. You place it on your material just the way we did. You will leave some allowance here, folding allowance. Then trace. trace. You try to leave some allowance. Then you do the same thing to this one. Then you trace as well. So what you are going to do now is you are going to apply gum here, 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 and here. So I've applied gum. I also applied gum. So what you have to do now is to paste it on it. You bend it a bit like this, then you paste. The reason for it, then you turn. Once you turn, you use your hand to smoothen it. You can see how smooth it is. Then you cut it. If you check very well, you see that I'm leaving some allowance around it. So after cutting it, you do it this way. You can see the way I'm doing it. That's the way you are going to do it. This curved side, you notch it a bit. So make sure here is smooth. That is the sense of doing it that way. So once you are sure like this, if the allowance, after doing it like this, if the allowance is too much, you trim it a bit. Mine is too much, so I'm going to, after trimming, you are going to add your gum. You have already added gum on your leather, so you are going to add inside this way. Just by the corner. It has dried, so you start, I've added gum, so you start folding it. Make sure you fold. You can see the way I'm doing it. Then this round mouth side, you fold it in a plenty way, and make sure your planting is inside. Don't let it show outside. You can see the way I'm doing it. You can see the way I'm doing. Then the back side, the same thing too. You can see it. You can manage it if you want. It's optional. Just for it to be flat. Then this one's coming out. You can see it's very smooth. This one's coming out this way. You use a razor to trim it off. I'm done trimming it. As you can see, I've done the same thing to the other one as well. I've done the same thing to it. So to be on your slipper, on your sole like this. Is it not beautiful? Then this is my something that a leather that remained from my bag making. So instead of it to wait, I decided to use to do this. So that is all for the insole now, and everything is ready for now. So the next thing now is to, we have finished fixing it. Next is to last it. You pick up your sole, then you place it on it, the one that it matches. Then make sure the back are the same. Make sure the back is the same. Make sure the back is the same. Then use your pen to mark where you'll be punching. So after that, you place your puncher there and hammer it. So after doing that, you use your scissors to widen it a bit. So this is it. So that is all for this. Then you pick up your upper. It won't be able to enter if you join it this way. It will be able to enter, so you have to trim it. So you trim it a bit. I've already trimmed it out, just a bit. You trim it to slim it the downside. You do the same thing here. Then you now fix it. You now put it together like, then fix it inside. You have to force it inside. So this is it. So then you pick your slippers and face it this way. Force it inside the hole. And see what I'm doing. Then you drag it. So this is it. You're almost through. Then you pick up your last, fix it inside. Then you nail. Like I said earlier, make sure the back of the last and the back of the insole is the same. Then you nail it. Then you come to the front. You also nail. So what you are going to do now, you apply gum here, here and here. Also apply gum this side. So let me apply. It has dried. Like I told you, you add gum here, this place as well. You add gum this way, this place, and this place, and even on this one, and also here as well, and here and here. So what you have to do now is to gum it together. So this one you drag. You have to last it now. This is the way you drag it. I think the SSCs is too much. So this is it. can see. Then you mallet it. So now after malleting it, I think the excess is too much, so once it's like that, you cut it off a bit, including this as well. I cut it off a bit. So let me reapply the gum back, then I'll allow it to dry, then I'll get back to you. So let it dry, I'll get back to you. Trim it off, then you now drag it. Then you mallet it. Make sure it's tight. If it's not tight, you lose it back. Then you hammer. So that is all for now. So you pick up your art saw. You have to scratch the surface. If you have filing machine, you can also use filing machine, the rough one, to scratch it. If you don't have it, you can use your scissors or anything just to scratch the surface. Make sure it's very rough. So you apply your gum. You apply your gum all over. Apply enough gum. No, this is the insole. Sorry, this is the joining of the outsole and the insole. This is the final stage. So make sure your gum is well applied, especially those corners. Apply enough gum. Especially on the sole. So allow it to dry. You also apply on this one. These I've removed. Please remember to remove your nail before you forget it. So it has dried. The both of them have dried, including these ones. So you have to remove it now. Remove it, then pick up your sole and make sure it's wet place. Then when you set the front, you turn the back and also set it. Then you press it down. Sorry, if it's not well set, you lose it. Make sure it's well set. So this is it. Our slippers is ready. You can mallet it if you want. So our slippers is ready now. This one as well, I've done the boots, so it's ready. You can see it. So thank you for watching. See you next time.